Hi guys, so today I have this awesome auto ship to share with you that Die Press is just beginning there through HSN. It's the background dies and stencils auto ship. The first one's called Flower Market, and we'll check this out in just a moment. And I think I'm going to pair it with some new holographic glitter paste that Die Press has brought. I think they also brought a pastel set. I do not have it here to show you guys, but you can imagine the pastels are going to be pastel type colors, right? So I did send these items free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. With the auto ship, I believe there are 6 of them. If you saw the Die Press preview, you might have seen some imagery of what those auto ships will look like. These are big dies. That's one thing that is really has caught my eye. I mean, look at this one. So you have like a slimline die, and then these other guys. I do want to show you some of the auto ship. I don't have like everything here, but I do have the email blast that Die Press had sent out. So these are some examples they showed for the first one, and the future auto ships look something like this. So there's a mandala one, Halloween. They all will come with, the same kinds of dies, about the same size, and then stencils to go along with them. So we have Christmas. So hopefully you can kind of see that. But of course, when they present them on HSN, you'll also see maybe some bigger, images of those. Love, and then flourishes, and then geometric is the last one there. So, let me show you some of the glitter pastes, and then we'll go from there. So again, this is Holo. So Holo copper. So like holographic is what they're calling it. So we can open it. That might be better. Oh, to show you. Sorry, get that in there. But there you go. So it's like copper, but then you see the little holographic fleck. So that's very cool. We have your Holo silver, which again is more of a typical, you can see the hollow nature of what's going on, like right here maybe. This one is Holo aqua. Again, they have a little fleck that's like holographic. I don't know if you can make it out real well. We will use a few of these or a couple of these today, so no worries there. Holo pink. So hopefully you can kind of see that. It's more of a deeper pink color. Ooh, sugar. This one's just called sugar, and it has a little silver fleck. That's the holographic part of it. Okay. And then Holo gold, or halo gold, like holographic. Oh, you can see that holographic kind of glint there. But let's check this guy out. So I figure we can pair these guys up since it has the stencils, you have the dies, and I was like, oh, maybe we'll put some of this pretty stuff behind there. So let's see. We have these guys. I want to see if it comes with, okay, it comes with info. It does also come with the adhesive sheets. Oh, this is the first time I've seen these guys. So this comes with the sticky sheets in the slimline size. And let's see here. The sheets themselves are like 10 1/4, 10 1/8 or so by 4 1/4. You're missing maybe 1/4 of an inch all around though, right? So you can kind of have that info there. It comes with instruction on how to use them if you would like, with the card there. Let's look at the inspo sheet for Flower Market, and then we'll go from there. So Slimline says it's going to be 3.5 by 8.5. The A2 is 4 1/4 by 5.5, which is the sunflower design. This design is just absolutely gorgeous. Corner dies can be used on any size card, so you just pop it wherever you would like. So this one has the die, and then that's what it looks like. Of course, the stenciling, and then this corner die here. So one's more organic shape. The other one has like a definite geometric shape to it on the edges. And then your stencil, right? So you go and you do your stenciling, and this is going to be really, really fun, guys. Oh my gosh. So here are the stencils. You do have a cutting folder for the marquee, but again, if you don't have a marquee, you can just put that to the side for another use, or just like some people said, maybe give it to a friend who does have a marquee if you have a buddy that has one. So you have all these gorgeous pieces here, and then you have coordinating dies. So I am just going to grab some paper, and we are just going to get right to it. Like I said, I plan to use the glitter paste. Maybe we'll do a little inking just so you can see what that might look like. Yeah, and we will get right to it. So let me grab some papers. I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I think first I'm going to try like this little sunflower kind of shape. And I just have this paper. I did cut it down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I probably should have just left it full 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So when you put this on here and you come back in with this, you'll know that it's going to be where you want it to be. But I am just going to eyeball that. So what I'm trying to say is, like, when you come in, so you know, actually that's gonna work either way because I can see that that's right on the edges. So I'm just going to take my stencil and pop it here a little bit closer to the edge over here. That way when I bring this over, if I need to make up for it, I'll do that over here. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and stick that down. Let me place something behind this, although I don't think it's gonna get all over the place or anything like that, but let's just pop this on here. If you guys like using like the little sticky kind of spray, you can definitely put that adhesive on there, the pixie spray. I just normally just hold it down with my hand, to be honest, but I'm going to go ahead and use some tape. And so we'll put that one there, maybe this one here. And let me grab a little spatula. I always have one handy dandy here. And let's use these colors. So I'm going to use the copper for like the center. I think that'll be great. And then the gold for the flowers. And then of course we're going to let that dry. In the meantime, I'll also cut out our die cut. Let me take some of this. And I'm just going to pop it in here. I'm going to try to just stick to that area, but it's not the biggest deal, especially because the die is going to also give us a little cover right in the areas where you don't see. So I'm just trying to pop that on there. I'm going to take this excess off, put that back in the pot. Let me wipe this off right quick and grab a paper towel. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to put that one back, and I'm going to turn this way now. You know, put it in a position that makes it easy for you, whatever it is. I'm going to use the gold now. And like I said, I always kind of hold it down with my hand anyway. So I'm just going to place that there, across this way. You know, I'm going to go out this way. I just noticed that it has very delicate, these little guys. Let me get a little bit closer. The detail on the sunflower. These little sticks that kind of come out this way. So I'm going to respect those and just kind of hold this down and bring it out this way. So I'm not pushing them to the side. I'm guiding them in the same direction, basically. Like wherever direction they're going, I'm going that way too. I grabbed a little bit of the copper on that one, brought it out. Okay, and if it's pretty clean, you can just take that and put it right back in the pot. I think that does it. So let me wipe this off again. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. Okay, what I normally do with this is I'll wipe it down. I did say I got a little more gold on here than I would like, so what I'm going to do is just kind of wipe that top layer away. And I could always come in with more of the copper and fix that up, but that's okay. It was just a bigger amount, like taller amount that I would have wanted. Okay, there you go. So I wipe this off and then I wash it and I'll be good to go, but I'm going to show you this when I come back. Hey guys, so we're going to let that dry, but look how pretty that is already. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. Again, letting that dry real well. We will run this die cut through. I'm going to run it through, excuse me, yeah, I'll probably run it through some black paper, just so that it really pops, but I'll put this to the side for a moment. So that's one of the designs there, and I really want to use this other one, this guy. It's dazzling, but I think what I'll do with this one is inking. Okay, so let me grab some paper, and I'll be right back. So I just cut down a piece of paper, already 8.5 obviously in the one direction, if I'm using A2 size paper, and then 3.5 in the other direction. And so I will just pop this on here, pretty center on this, you know, left and right, up and down here, think that looks good right there. And again, I'll just tape it down. And this time I'm going to just use some ink. So let's see. Let's get this guy going. I love the blush and coral, so let me do blush and then maybe coral. Let me grab something for that. I would say this one looks like I've used it in something pink before, so I'll just use this guy. Let's go with coral, kind of in the center of the flowers. These flowers are so pretty. Maybe over here a little bit. Are we seeing everything? I can also back up a little bit. And then I'll probably get a different sponge for the blush because I want to be more careful. Instead of just like masking off, I'm just going to eyeball what I'm doing right here. So let me grab... Oh, this one has a little something pink on it already, so let's go with that. And I'm just going to come in here and just pull that color out towards the edges. Again, I'm not masking the green area. What I'm going to do green, I'm just kind of getting close. That looks like a petal too right there. Just coming in here. Okay, hope you can see what I'm doing. Just following along what looks like petals. Really pretty. And then one last one over here. And with the greenery, I'll just, again, take something small like this. So let me grab that. I'll be right back. I did my pinks, and I'll be right back. Okay, and then with this one, I mean, we can also play with the colors. You can just go with green, just make it easy, one color, but let's do meadow and then maybe go into succulent. I think that'd be cute. So dipping into this, it's meadow. Just kind of starting at the very base of the leaves. I'm not going to get too particular with it, but there we go. Down in here, up in here, and here. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Okay. Down in here, up there. And then grab some of this succulent and just kind of finish everything off. And some of it I can tell it has like a delicate line. I'm just kind of going in the direction of that line. I'm not fighting it and like pushing against it. And some areas you can just kind of do a whole circle thing, but this one again has that delicate line, so I'm just kind of stroking towards that same direction. This is going to be such a fun auto ship. It's going to be really gorgeous. Okay. I love stencils and dies. I think that's amazing. I've shown you in the past too, if you want even to run this through your machine with like a piece of foam, or if you have a machine that has a rubber mat, you can run it through and then you'll get some what's the word, like texture. It'll kind of pop up like an embossing folder. Not as deep as an embossing folder, but still something, right? So you can definitely do that. That'd be really pretty too. Add more texture, and then you have the die. So really cool. Okay, I think I'm done. Look how pretty that is. And then we're going to have, you know, our black line or gold or whatever it is that we decide to run the die through. So again, this was 8.5 by 3.5, and I just left it completely that way. So that's awesome. And I think we'll try out one more. Why not? And let's go ahead and do this one. Let me grab a piece of paper, you know, cardstock, and I'll be right back. Okay, on this one I have a full 5.5 by 4.25 piece of cardstock. Like I had mentioned before, I probably should have done that with the yellow one just to make sure whenever we use it, it'll work as far as like the lining up of that. But this guy cuts out on its own, so I can just place it wherever, and if it hangs over the edge, I'll just cut it off or something. But we can put that like right here. And what I think I'll do with this one is a little combination of ink, since we have the inks out, and the new holographic pastes. So let's do that. Let's get some parsley. Why not? Just gonna go right in here. nice and dark. And over here. And then we'll grab some of the Holo paste. Let's put this guy away. So I'm gonna let these dry overnight because that way I can manipulate them better. But generally, if you're going to use your glitter paste, the glitter paste, they don't take that long. But if you're going to run it through like a die cutting machine, you definitely want to give it at least 24 hours before I would run it through something like that. You know, if you're going to make like a matte layer or something, but you want the edges cut cute, or do that first and then do your glittering. Right. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Or run it through like a shaped matte layer first and then do the stenciling and glittering, you know, whatever it is that you like. But let's pop this on here. And I'm just going to put it right through. I was going to try to be careful of the leaves, but apparently I didn't pay too much attention on the other one there. I just went ahead and went for it. Let's pull this away from here. I can probably pick that up pretty easily. Okay, so let's get this on here. A nice layer. Looks good. I'll wipe that away. And go ahead and pick this guy up. Pretty, pretty. Oh my gosh, again, I wipe that off and then I wash it. And that's how I handle the glitter there. Very nice. Again, if I wanted to pick this off, I can just basically pick it off. It's not the biggest deal, it's just a little extra I got on there. Same thing over here. I'll just use my nails, but you want to do it sooner rather than later because obviously it starts drying, it'll be on there. Okay. Pretty, pretty. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. So again, just gorgeous. We'll let that dry. This one too. And then of course this one's dry because we just did the stenciling with the inks. What I can do right now is actually go ahead and run this guy through. And we can finish that card up. I'm going to let these guys dry for a little bit longer. Sorry about that sound. I'll run this through and I'll be right back. Beautiful the cutouts are from that. Lovely, just gorgeous. I'm gonna clean this guy out if it needs it. It looks pretty clean. Oh my gosh, look at that. Crazy. So I'm gonna make a card base for this, probably on some black cardstock. It's going to be 8.5 by 3.5, so that means I need a piece of paper that's 8.5 by 7. I'll score it at 3.5 inches. And I'll be right back. I'll show you how pretty these little leaves, like if you were to use, you know, run through some gold, run through black, and then maybe pop some gold leaves back in, even though you have the green, that'd be really pretty. So let's see. It did say 8.5 by 3.5 on this guy. It might be exactly that. Oh, okay. Well, it goes this way. I might have to cut down my paper just a little bit just to make it really line up, right? So let me see where this is. It looks like I have a little extra down here and over here where this lines up. So I'm going to take a little bit off the top and a little bit off the side, okay? Just to make it line up really nicely. So a little bit off the top, a little bit off the side. And I could have just made this whole thing a little bit smaller. That way I know whenever I do matte layers, and if I want them to be exactly the same, usually the matte layer that goes underneath, I'd like to make it a little bit smaller than the top one because that way I can just tuck it behind and not have to worry too much about like, oh, if it's right on the line or whatever. But with this one, I just went with the full matte so I can kind of have an idea where it needs to be. And I am going to stick this to this. Let me see if we're in the right spot again. Nope, this way. And then I'll stick it together on top of my card base. Yep, that looks good. Okay, and I'm just going to hit glue, especially around the very corners and the edges here. Everything else is usually just like a little bit here and there. Oh, I'm so silly. I forgot. I keep forgetting we have these sticky sheets. You can run this through your sticky sheet or just put it in there and use that little credit card it comes with to kind of rub over the top. And then you'd have it ready to go. I am not going to be using that anymore. Hold on. Sorry, guys. what I like to do with the rest of it is just get a good amount of glue on the back of my hand. Now, be careful with doing this. I did hear from a gal recently, and I thought, oh, you know what? Actually, that's a good thing to talk about. That she had a little reaction to whatever glues that she put on the back of her hand. And, you know, you can say, oh, well, yeah, that happens here and there. But once you start getting reactions to things and you do it more and more, you can get worse allergic reactions. So if you do this and you feel like the glue even made your hand a little bit red or was a little bit irritating, then stop doing it, because allergies can build up over time too. Okay. And I'm just, if I had the sticky dots on this, I would do the same thing. Just kind of eyeball as I'm going through where that lines up the best, and just do a little bit at a time. Right? Something like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. If I have to trim any of this away afterwards, I will do that. For right now, I'm just kind of flattening it out with my hand, and I'm going to turn it over. And just put some heavy weight on the back of this and just let it sit, okay? And I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry, I kind of just got right to it, but the stencils do have names, like this one's called Peony, you know, Sunflower, Peony Corner. Again, it's Flower Market, and then the other one's probably having to do with Leaf Corner, okay? So let's put those guys over here, and this guy here. And then we will finish up the others, like I said, when I give them a good time to dry. Look how gorgeous that is. Beautiful. Again, it's a slim line, and it is a complete slim line, so I'm just going to glue this right down to my card base. You can definitely pop it up if you want it a little bit higher up. I'm just going to have a sentiment that can go on there, and that will be that. And it can be slimline, like in this long way. It could be done this way, you know, however you like. I feel like I'm going to do it this way. It can be up like this. Whichever you think is top or bottom or however. But I'm just looking left to right. Down here. And I have this gorgeous card base ready to go. Alright, I'll be back when the others set up just a little bit more. You know, in the meantime though, what I'll do is I'll cut paper that I think will be pretty for this guy. I'll run this through a color that I would like to use with that. And same thing with this guy, like I said, probably black, just make it really stark. So I'll run this through black paper and run this through another paper that I think would be pretty with this, and I'll be right back. There what I was doing, just cutting some stuff, and I realized when I came to do this, and I left some weight on this again since I was going to leave it overnight anyway, that this one is a die cut. It has this look to it. It's not the same as the stencil. And where is my stencil? Let me see if I can show you. So this one, I'm assuming, is going to be the same kind of thing where it's this similar design, but it's not so much that this will be exactly this size. I mean, look at the size, right? There's a difference. So obviously this doesn't go over that. So since I have this and I have that, what I'll probably do is just trim this down and then do it something like this, right, for my card. So on the designs, these guys, the A2 and the Slimline, do fit over the top of the design perfectly like that. The other two are more like inspired from each other, but they're not the same. Okay, so again, this one and this corner die would not be the same. This is like a half of an A2 size, just so you would have the sizing on that. Since I didn't use it today, I just want to have that info for you. So what I'm going to do is trim this down because I left this, I think, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to trim it down to what I like. It was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then this one, I'm just going to put it on top just like I did this one. I'm just going to lay down on top of this one. And I don't know if you saw it, well, hopefully you noticed with the music over. I just reapplied or applied it to this outer portion because once you cut this stencil or this dye out, this area is all black or all the paper, whatever paper color you're using. So I didn't have to actually put this on here. I could have just done this outer area. I did not know. I didn't notice that. So now I have it on both and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is just glue this down. And I'm going to also cut this down. I mean, you can leave a yellow border, whatever paper, you know, border underneath, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to trim it away. And I'll have some music there for you guys. It's the same thing we did earlier. So this is exactly 4 inches, probably by 5 1/4. Yep. So it's already kind of a matte layer. It's not 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 completely on its own. So I'm just going to glue that down. I might trim this away before I add it. I don't know, because if I leave it off a little bit, you can just kind of go under it and cut it off, or you can take it to your trimmer and cut it. So however you feel most comfortable cutting this down, that's what I would do. But so yeah, I'm just going to trim this one down. I'll probably just glue this over here. Put it on a card base. Same thing with this guy. Just glue it down, trim away the excess, and put it onto a card base, okay? And then we'll just finish them all by adding sentiments. I'll be right back. So I have 3 gorgeous card bases. Again, you can have these ready for whatever occasion, you know, you just want to pop something on there. I'm just going to grab some of the sentiments from the Good Days card set here, and I want to take like thank you. And again, this guy can be this way. It can be this way. I mean, whatever it is that you like. I think I'm going to have it this way and just pop this guy on here. My thank you. Beautiful blush colors in there. I think for this one, again, I mean, I could have put this on the other side like that, so it's your card is landscape like this. I do have it on the side here, though. I mean, you can still do it this way, I suppose, but to me, it'd be that way or that way, right? So since I have it here like this, I thought this would look really cute, just a little hello. It's kind of like a maize color, kind of funky like that. And this does have a sticky back. If you don't want to continue with that, like you can either put a piece of paper and cut around it, which would be a little more difficult. I would take like a little pad like this guy, like your anti-static pouch, and if you hit it against there, it'll make it so it's not sticky anymore. Or just rub the stickiness off like on your shirt or something and then put some dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and use the stick. I want to make sure this guy is where it needs to be there. A little better. Actually, let's put that here. So we have just a little hello on that one. And then with this one, ooh, sending hugs your way. I do like that. I was going to do this sending love. I feel like this one really has that feel. Something cute like this. And we can just pop it like right on here. Sending love. There you go. So 3 cards. You know, I didn't use that leaf corner, but you can definitely see what that's about, right? Just doing some leaves or doing the die cut that is like a half of an A2 and really cool stuff. So again, it's an auto ship. The other auto ships are lovely, and you'll be seeing it here because you know I'm going to sign up for the auto ship too. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have images come up. I'll have links in the description box. And oh, let's take a minute to appreciate the glitter, right? And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.